Good Friday, it's December 11th, 2020. I'm Guy McPherson of GuyMcPherson.com, otherwise known as Nature Bats Last. And it's afternoon already because it's been a busy day, so I'm going to give stock market numbers from the United States as the day is winding to a close. Start with a headline that goes back to Wednesday when, interestingly enough, all three major indexes in the United States hit their record highs or close to their record highs of all time. And along those lines, this from the Washington Post, U.S. hits new highs in deaths and hospitalizations. So I see a pattern here. Wednesday was a great day for dying, for being hospitalized, and for being a baron on Wall Street. Those might be related. From the Washington Post yesterday, and a few of these headlines are from yesterday. Hopes for an economic relief deal are fading, according to the Washington Post. From the street, stocks in mixed as jobless claims surge and stimulus talks stall. To put another spin on it, Market Watch claims by headline, stock market sentiment hitting ludicrous territory. And they're not spelling it like a rapper. They're spelling it the conventional way. Stock market sentiment hitting ludicrous territory, but when will bulls pay the piper? From Capital Mind at capitalmind.in, is a market crash looming? Some clues about what to expect. I'd say that we're long overdue at this point, as I've mentioned several times in these recent videos. Perhaps the most humorous headline, unintentionally of course, comes from Yahoo Finance. United makes bold environmental commitment unmatched by any airline. Pledges 100% green by reducing greenhouse gas emissions 100% by 2050. I promise they won't be the only ones. All airlines will be at zero emissions well before 2050. So, that's a great thing to brag about, I suppose, and get ignorant people to buy into your hype. Speaking of hype, from MarketWatch yesterday, Federal Reserve steps up climate change response and gets immediate backlash from some House Republicans. Well, imagine that. And speaking of fighting, from Reuters, this morning, Sanofi and GSK delay COVID-19 vaccine, marking setback for global fight. And for really good news on Wall Street and maybe elsewhere, Airbnb just debuted on Wall Street. Now it's worth more than Marriott and Hilton combined. That from CNN Business. The subhead tells the story. In the first half of this year, with its business decimated by the pandemic, Airbnb cut a quarter of its workforce. So that's how you make money. You fire the workers, as many as you can get rid of. And the headline that captures where we're going into today, as the market opened today, comes from Barron's. Disney pops, Broadcom drops, and the stock market flops as stimulus talks go nowhere. So even though we were at or near record highs for the major indexes on Wednesday, for the week, it appears that the stock market indexes are going to finish slightly down, a little less than 1% below how they started the week. And the market numbers for today reflect that as well. Here at 1:50 in the afternoon, 30 minutes behind the information comes out. So there's a 30-minute lag. And all the major indexes are down just slightly at this point. I suspect once the volume declines, the numbers will go up, as typically happens on a late Friday afternoon. There you have it. Not much going on. Record highs on Wednesday or near record highs on Wednesday, but for the week, down slightly on Wall Street. But wait, there's more. Just when you thought it couldn't get any better, I'm going to bring the co-host into this conversation and see what he thinks about the whole thing. What do you think? Speak into the microphone. Ah, yeah, a pretty heavy sigh. I feel pretty much the same way. It's like we're sharing a brain.